Welcome to my Dear Ned. Well...
Well, from the way you just marched right on in here past all those sorry we're closed signs, you're either who I think you are or you're one determined gatecrasher.
If you think I'm Nancy Drew, you're right.
That's a relief. It's too early in the day to go sicking the cops on anybody. I'm Harlan Bishop.
Are you the only security guard on duty now?
I begged Miss Santos to keep me on while the park's closed. Even agreed to a pay cut.
So you're not intimidated by all this curse stuff?
Somebody swiped the horse off a carousel and now it's malfunctioning. The police don't think it's that big a deal, and frankly, neither do I.
What about the roller coaster?
Accidents happen. Of course, Ingrid will tell you that these so-called accidents are really the result of the park's karma getting bent out of shape by negative energy or some such gobbledygook.
Who's Ingrid?
Ingrid Corey. You'll probably meet her. She's working during the shutdown, too. She's the park's chief engineer. Believes in all this wacky new age psychobiogenic stuff. Like if you eat food served by a waiter who's in a bad mood, you'll get scurvy or something.
Where can I find her?
First things first. You won't be meeting her or Elliot Chen, the park's art director, until after you go see the park's bookkeeper, Joy Trent. Miss Santos's orders. Joy pays all the bills, so she knows pretty much everything that's going on. Plus, she'll give you an access card. Miss Santos wants you to have the run of the place.
That would certainly help.
Wait, hang on. I know Joy won't give you one of these, so I will. Here you go. It's a Captain's Cove fun card. Lets you ride the rides and play the games on the midway. Come back to me if you burn through that one and need another.
Am I not supposed to have this?
Well, see, Joy's just kinda joyless. It'd never occur to her that you might want to have some fun while you're here. Of course, she's a newbie too, like me. Maybe she'll come around. Anyway, here's a map of the park. I put an X where Joy's office is.
I'll see you around.
Sounds good.
The phone number for the police. That might come in handy. Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Paula Santos. I was wondering when I'd hear from you. Have you been out to the park?
Yes, I have.
I forgot to tell you. All the rides are shut down except for the Carousel. I thought you might need to see it in action. But please, take a good look at the roller coaster, even if you can't ride it.
What did the police find when they looked at it?
They looked around for 5 minutes, then left. Said as long as the insurance company was going to investigate, why should they?
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I can't wait to hear what you turn up. Call me as often as you like. My phone's on and with me 24/7. Oh, and one more thing. Call me Paula.
All right. Goodbye, Paula. Uh-oh. Looks like it's out of order. Maybe I should give Detective Paris a call. Hidden jewels. Maybe that's what whoever stole that carousel horse was after. Jewels from that heist. Okay if I peek in here?
Go ahead and look.
Looks like stenography. It's a memo about the name of the carousel horse is Glory.
Hello. Are you Nancy?
Yes, I am. You're Joy?
Joy Trent. Sorry about the mess. So, I'm supposed to give you an access card.
Yes, Ms. Santos wants me to have the run of the park.
You're wasting your time, you know.
Excuse me?
You're only here because it makes it look like Paula Santos had nothing to do with any of this curse garbage.
Are you saying she did have something to do with it?
I've seen how Paula runs the park. All she wants is to get more and more people through that gate. And what better way to do that than with a carousel that's allegedly haunted?
Is Ms. Santos aware of the way you feel about her?
Of course not. I don't want to get fired. Besides, nobody's been hurt, except that glorified con artist who claims his neck got injured, Lance Huffington. And the truth is, Paula offered me this job because she knew I needed the money, and I'm not entirely ungrateful. My father died recently. His estate is in bankruptcy. He used to be co-owner of the park. 2 years ago, he suffered a huge financial setback, and he had to sell his share to Paula. When he died 2 months ago, he was flat broke. Paula could have bailed him out, but she didn't. Frankly, I think the reason she hired me was guilt.
Right. I'm supposed to get an access card from you?
Here you go. That should get you into all the private areas of the park. But if you run into problems, don't come to me. Ask the chief engineer, Ingrid Corey. Her office is by the haunted house. The only other people in the park right now are Harlan Bishop and the art director, Elliot Chen. His studio is right by the treasure chest souvenir shop. But try not to bug him.
Why? Is he temperamental?
He's behind in his work and needs to catch up. Ms. Santos has been getting on my case about it. Well, I think you have everything, so if you'll excuse me.
Oh, right. Thanks for all your help. Sorry if I disturbed you. It's locked. I wonder what it's locked.
Hang on, I'll be right with you.
Take your time. Uh-oh.
Out. And do not come back unless and until Joy Trent calls me. Okay?
Okay.
Captain's Cove Police Station.
Detective Paris, please.
Hang on.
This is KJ.
My name is Nancy Drew. I'd like to ask you some questions about a jewel heist, an old jewel heist. The one where the safe at the captain's quarters hotel was broken into.
Oh, you are going back a ways. You a reporter or something?
I'm trying to help Paula Santos figure out why so many weird things have been happening lately at her amusement park.
Oh, yeah? So what do you need? Just so happens Paula Santos is a good friend of mine.
What happened to the man who pulled off that heist?
He died in prison about a year ago. I never did figure out where he stashed the rest of the loot, although I'm still convinced it's somewhere in that amusement park.
Could he have stashed it in that stolen carousel horse? Which was maybe why it was stolen?
Never occurred to me, but it's possible, I suppose. I'll tell you what, the thief's name was Chaz Dunning. I'll make some calls, try to see if there was somebody he confided in before he died. Somebody who was recently released.
Again, my name is Nancy Drew, and you can reach me on my cell phone anytime. The number is 523-555-4399.
Well, as soon as I know something, you'll know something.
Thanks, Detective Paris. It was great talking to you.
Ditto.
Haven't heard from Joy yet. Out.
Who are you, and what are you doing?
Who said that?
I said that. Over here, on top of the cabinet. Keep going. Over here. Please identify yourself.
I'm a detective named Nancy Drew, and you are?
I am.
Miles, the magnificent memory machine.
I receive and process video and audio input and make appropriate pre-programmed verbal responses.
Who programmed you?
It is my turn to ask a question, Nancy Drew. Why are you here when Joy is not?
As a matter of fact, I need to leave a message for her.
There is a pad for leaving messages on the desk.
So, who programmed you?
Responding to the non-Joy entity is an unnecessary drain on my power units and is heretofore disallowed.
What does that mean? Hello? Miles? I guess it means he's not going to talk to me anymore. I can use this to leave a note for Joy to call Elliot.
Looking for someone?
If you're Ingrid Corey, not anymore.
That's me. Ordinarily, I don't do the hands-on work, and I'd be able to shake your hand, Ms.
My name's Nancy Drew. Ms. Santos asked me to do an informal investigation of the roller coaster accident, and... why are you looking at me like that?
You've got B3 issues.
Okay.
Vitamin B3, niacin. The vibe you're giving off tells me you're low. Nothing that some natural peanut butter on a slice of whole wheat bread once a day won't fix.
Thanks for the advice. How long have you worked here?
A little less than 2 years. I started out in maintenance and worked my way up. I've held the supervisory position for the last 10 months.
Do you have any idea what caused that roller coaster accident?
Someone stole a horse off the carousel, and now the park is cursed.
So you think this cursed thing is real?
The man who carved the horses, Kessler, he said if they were ever separated, bad luck would follow. And it has.
Could I see the blueprints of the roller coaster so you can show me exactly where on the track it stopped?
I've looked all over for those blueprints and can't find them anywhere. I'm sure one of the other engineers knows where they are, but I'm afraid I don't. Sorry.
I'd like to take a closer look at the roller coaster, but the access card reader doesn't work. It's got this red tag on it.
Right. I was in the process of upgrading its main circuitry board. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until I finish here. Unless you'd like to do it for me.
Do you really think I could handle it?
It's not exactly brain surgery. All you have to do is follow the schematic inside the reader. Here's the new macro resistor. When you see the board, you'll be able to see where it goes. You'll need to solder it in place, which means you're going to have to get my soldering gun from Elliot Chen. Here's the engineering handbook I put together. If you have questions about park-related electronics, it'll answer them. Keep it as long as you like. When you're all done, remove the red tag and take it to Harlan. That way he'll know it's safe to turn the power back on to the reader.
That's not my cell phone. It must be yours. Are you going to answer it?
No, that would be rude. I'll just call them back. So, once you get that tool from Elliot, you should be all set.
I don't seem to be having much luck using my access card. Am I doing something wrong?
I deactivated most of the readers because of the shutdown. Soon as I get done here, I'll get them online again. Sorry. Hey, if you come across a pair of pliers, hang on to them, okay? Mine are missing. Someone must have walked off with them.
Any advice on how to go about fixing the Midway game that's broken?
It needs to be reprogrammed. Open up the back. Should be some instructions on the clipboard. Check that handbook I gave you if they're too cryptic for you. But you'll also need the plug-in keyboard. And unfortunately, I have no idea where it is. One of my guys probably left it in the park somewhere.
Thanks for your help.
One open mind sees more than two open eyes.
What is? Sounds like it's coming from below.
Well, Miss Destructo returns.
You talked to Joy?
Imagine my surprise when she told me you're a detective.
Amateur detective.
I hear you're out to solve the curse of Captain's Cove.
What do you think caused the roller coaster accident?
That was no accident. It was sabotage.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm pulling your leg, that's why. Come on. What do I know? I'm just an artist. Go ask our naturopathic engineer person.
The way I hear it, the shutdown is a good thing. For you, at least.
You mean because I'm behind in my work? I'd be lying if I said the shutdown wasn't helping me get caught up. Meeting deadlines has never been my forte. But I certainly hope you're not suggesting that I arranged for the park to be shut down by somehow manufacturing this curse thing, because that would be ridiculous.
Ingrid said you have her soldering gun. I need to get it from you, if that's okay.
You bet. Here you go. Been meaning to return it to her, but I've been a little busy.
Great. Thanks. I'll let you get back to work.
Rock on.
Could I have some of these tissue strips?
Be my guest.
I can use this to measure. Would it be okay if I took some tape? It might come in handy.
Help yourself.
The keyboard is missing. If I play this game, I can win a seashell and a mermaid. There, that looks right. It's locked.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
Could you turn the power back on to the card reader outside the roller coaster? It's all fixed. Here's the tag.
You bet. I'll just switch the circuit back on and you'll be all set.
I'll see you around.
Have fun.
This looks like one of Joy's. Ow! I'm trapped! Uh-oh! To get my foot loose, looks like I have to reconnect these wires. Now I can turn the power on and see if these are properly connected.
a game of squid toss, is there? You have 4 fun credits left on your card. Catapult the squid through the hoop. Lucky you! You're about to play squid toss. By the way, you have 3 fun credits left on your card. Catapult the squid through the hoop. Let's play Swimmer's Itch. You have 2 fun credits left on your card. Your mission is to get the swimmer to the beach. This is Barnacle Blast. After this, you'll have just 1 fun credit left on your card. Now blast all those nasty barnacles off the ship. Welcome to the Carousel. Uh-oh, you're using your last fun credit, so I'm keeping your card. But it's okay, just get a new one. Mount up, mateys.
Time to get another card from Harlan.
The Carousel will be starting in 3 seconds, so hang on tight. And don't forget to try for the brass ring.
Yeehaw! Here comes the brass ring. Get ready. Gotcha! Here it comes again.
Need something?
Someone activated the roller coaster while I was standing on the tracks just now. I barely managed to escape.
Really? Are you sure it was on purpose? Maybe you accidentally tripped a switch or something.
I don't think so. It happened right after I picked up this pencil.
That looks like one of mine. But I didn't leave it there. I mean, just because you found one of my pencils, that hardly proves I'm guilty of something.
Joy, while you were gone, the Nancy Drew entity came in here and snooped.
You were snooping around in here?
Well, I came in here looking for you, yes, but
An analysis of sensory input shows that the Nancy Drew entity entered the immediate area during your absence and exhibited non-random seeking behavior.
all right, I was snooping. And now if you don't mind answering a question for me, what is that?
My father was a frustrated inventor. After he died, I discovered that in his study. In his will, he said he made it just for me. I don't have room in my apartment, so I brought him here. I keep him covered when I know I'm going to have company. As you noticed, he can be kind of a blabbermouth.
The word blabbermouth is without meaning to
Miles, the magnificent memory machine!
Does he do anything else besides blabber?
My father said he invented Miles in order to reacquaint me with my childhood. It always bothered him that I was never as happy-go-lucky as he was. What am I, Miles?
Joy Trent is a party-pooping stick in the mud.
So my father programmed him with a bunch of riddles designed to reconnect me with long-lost memories from my childhood.
That sounds fascinating.
I don't see it that way at all. I don't want to relive my childhood. My mother died when I was 4.
But it's what your father wanted. Shouldn't you at least give it a try?
I should be mad that you were snooping around in here. But the truth is, I think it's neat that you're so gutsy. Especially since I'm so not gutsy. Oh, what the heck. Okay, Miles, let's hear the first riddle.
Here is the first riddle. Listen carefully. To be told a truth long since put away, bring me the silvery remains of a 4-bit day.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I knew it would be a waste of time.
Maybe it'll ring a bell with somebody else. I'll ask around.
Do what you want, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Nancy, you're a procrastinator's dream. Know that? Come in. Ask me questions. Ask me lots of questions.
I know you're busy, but I was hoping you could maybe help me solve a riddle. If I asked you for the silvery remains of a 4-bit day, what would you give me?
A riddle? I love riddles. Okay, let's see. Silvery remains has to be something silver that's left over, right? Okay, now, if 2-bit means worth a quarter, 4-bit would mean worth 2 quarters. Quarters. Captain's quarters, maybe?
What about the word day?
Captain's quarters day. Day, spelled D-A-E, as in Sunday. That's it. There's this fantastic sundae you can get only at the hotel. They call it a fun day. It's been their specialty for like centuries. Comes with a souvenir spoon. Silvery, as in spoon, get it?
That must be it. Thank you.
Next riddle, come on. I'm on a roll, baby. I'm in a groove. Bring it on.
I'll let you get back to work.
If you must.
Hotel operator, what do you want?
Are you the regular operator?
I'm filling in for my cousin Amber. She took the week off on account of the amusement park being shut down. You don't want an outside line, do you?
Actually, I have a cell phone.
Good. Use it. An outside line will cost you an arm and a leg. Besides, I'm not sure how to get you one. So, Miss Oren, what do you want?
That's Drew. Nancy Drew?
Sorry, my cousin's handwriting reeks. So, what do you want, Miss Drew?
I heard that there's a sundae called a fun day that I can only get at this hotel. Could I order one?
2,480 calories worth of sheer heaven plus one official fun day souvenir spoon coming right up. Anything else?
That's it. Thanks a lot.
Serving you has been a pleasure.
Oh, that was so good.
Any luck?
I'm pretty sure Miles wants us to bring him the souvenir spoon you get when you order a fun day sundae at the captain's quarters. I have one right here.
Give it to Miles and see what happens.
Lay it on me. The scan is complete. The object is correct. Your mother used to take you for a sundae at the captain's quarters almost every week. Do you remember, Joy?
The captain's quarters fun day. I do remember that. I was so small, I always had to sit on my mother's lap to eat it. I wish I could remember what she looked like.
Don't you have a picture of her?
You were very little when your mother died, Joy. Your grief came out as anger. Before your father could stop you, you destroyed every picture of your mother that he had.
I did that? No, my father told me he had gotten rid of them. He always said some things are better left forgotten. Oh my gosh, I'm the reason I have nothing to remember her by.
You've probably forgotten everything about that time in your life because it was just too painful to remember.
The older your father got, Joy, the more he realized that life is nothing but memories. He realized that even bad memories have a place in a good life. That is why he invented
Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine!
Here is the second riddle. This one is written down. Please remove it.
It's just a blank piece of paper.
You and your mother used to love to play this game, Joy.
Once again, I have no idea what he's talking about.
Don't give up yet.
If you still want to help me, please, Nancy, keep going. I feel like a door somewhere is starting to creak open. I'm kind of scared to open it, but I also kind of know I have to.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Thanks, Nancy.
The first 8 notes of your favorite band organ tune, plus 1 mouth organ, plus 1 smidgen of talent equals 1 happy Miles. I need to turn the iron on.
Any luck?
There was a message written in lemon juice on that piece of paper Miles gave us. We're to play the first 8 notes of your favorite band organ tune on a mouth organ for Miles.
My favorite band organ tune? I don't even know what a band organ is. Or a mouth organ either, for that matter.
I think a mouth organ is a harmonica.
Correct. The music you hear when you ride the Captain's Cove Carousel comes from the band organ that sits inside the rider platform. You used to play the harmonica for your mother all the time, Joy. Your favorite tune was the one you heard on the carousel?
It couldn't have been. I never rode the carousel. I always thought it was stupid. I thought all the rides in the park were stupid.
Is that all you can tell us, Miles?
I have been programmed to give you one hint. The tune is on the 3rd roll. You will have to think about this one. End of hint.
It's all yours, Detective. As usual, I'm stumped.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
I'll be right here.
Guess I'm gonna have to call Tink, whoever he is.
Yeah, this is Tink.
Yes, hello. My name is Nancy Drew.
I never heard of you.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to help Ms. Santos figure out what caused the roller coaster accident that shut down Captain's Cove.
So why are you calling me? I run the Carousel. I don't know from coasters.
Well, to make a long story short, I need to find out the name of the band organ song that's on the third roll.
What for?
That's between me and Ms. Santos, I'm afraid.
How do I know you even know Miss Santos?
Look, if you want to call her, I've got her number right here.
I didn't drive 900 miles into the Canadian wilderness to call my boss. Anyway, I can't help it. I got no idea what song's on the third roll. Only way you're gonna find out is to play it.
Where is the third roll?
It's in the cabinet in the gear room.
There's a cabinet in there?
That's right. 18, 9, 39. That's the combination. Oh, and one more thing. You're gonna have a problem when you go to load the roll on account of... Holy moly! I either snagged a Greyhound bus or the biggest fish in the Chapleau River is right here on the end of my line. I'm sorry, hon. I gotta go.
Let's see. This must be it. This goes to the space underneath it. Wonder what that is. If I don't move, I'm gonna get... There's something up there. Looks like a letter. So, there was a door to Kessler's workshop by the radiator in the ballroom. This looks a little like the inside of my aunt's player piano. The take-up dowel is broken. Hello?
Hi, Nancy. KJ Paris. I got some preliminary info on that jewel thief. You know Chaz Dunning?
Great, let's hear it.
Okay. Before he died, he got to be real good buddies with his cellmate at New Jersey State Prison. And his cellmate was paroled less than 2 months ago.
Do you have any idea what he looks like?
Dark hair, medium build, clean-shaven, heavy Jersey accent. Like I said, I'm still in the process of making calls. I just thought I'd let you know what I had so far.
Thanks, Detective. You've been a big help. It's locked.
All right, break time.
I found this strange hidden door in the haunted house. Problem is, it's locked. Do you have any idea what's behind it?
Ask Joy. That nutty professor father of hers always had these little secret projects going in the park, even after he sold his interest. Miss Santos didn't have the heart to boot him out.
I need to make a dowel to replace this broken one from the band organ. Would it be all right if I used your equipment? I won't make a mess, I promise.
Sure. Got a lathe, wooden rods, safety goggles? Knock yourself out. I gotta go run an errand, though, so try not to cut off any appendages until I get back.
Wow, a lathe. It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. That looks perfect. Better leave these goggles here. Those look like horse tails. I need to tape them to the pipes. I better turn this off.
Any luck?
I think we're all set. I know the tune, and I've got a harmonica.
Play it for Miles and see what happens.
My oral sensors are ready. Suck it to me. Hooray!
I remember that song. I did ride the carousel. Over and over and over. Always the same horse. Always the same black horse.
You loved the carousel, and you loved one horse in particular. It was not the lead horse, and it was not spectacular, but you loved it, Joy. What was its name?
I can't remember.
Do you know the name?
Of course I do. I am
Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine!
However, I am not programmed to continue unless and until you remember the name of that horse. You loved it so much that your mother bought it for you.
She was the one who bought the horse off the carousel? Then I know the name. Glory.
Glory. That's right. Glory. My mother gave him to me for my birthday. My 4th birthday. She died in a car accident that very night.
Your mother was the one who bought that horse. I wonder what happened to it.
I hated the park after my mother died. I hated the carousel. And I hated that horse. I blamed it for what happened to my mother. I had my father destroy it.
But your father did not destroy it. Instead, he stored it. He hoped that someday, with the help of
Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine,
you would come to terms with your past. And because that is what you are doing, here is the 3rd and final riddle. Ask Tink for the book you and I used to read about Kessler and Amelia So Kind. Give her nickname a spin on spook number 10. Then the brass prize arrange on its forearm so strange. And something long lost and cherished you'll find.
Tink's the guy who runs the carousel. Let's give him a call. I've got his number.
No. Nancy, I did something terrible. I turned the power off to the roller coaster and caused the accident that shut down the park. I blamed Miss Santos for my father's death, just like I blamed that horse for what happened to my mother. I feel horrible. Keep going without me, Nancy. I have to go see Miss Santos and apologize.
If Elliot wrote this guy's number down, maybe I should too. Wow, 360 board feet. That's a lot of wood. My name is Nancy Drew. I saw the article you wrote about Rolf Kessler in the Collector's Hot Sheet magazine.
That was several months back, but go on.
Well, seeing as you're pretty much an expert on Kessler as well as carousels, I was hoping you could answer a question for me.
I'd be delighted.
Would you happen to know the nickname Rolf Kessler gave his wife, Amelia?
Of course I do. At least, I thought I did. It was an Austrian term of endearment, rather common. Oh, come on, Anton, think. Spatzi. That was it. Spatzi. S-P-A-T-Z-I. He always called her Spatzi.
Thanks for all the info.
Always happy to share my mental wealth.
Louis G. Wonder who that is. Best way to find out is to call him.
State Board of Parole, Louis Guerra's office.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, State Board of Parole, Louis Guerra's office.
Is Mr. Guerra a parole officer?
That's correct. But he's out of the office right now. Would you like to leave a message?
Yes, please. Would you have him call Nancy Drew?
Concerning?
Harlan Bishop. I believe he's a client of Mr. Guerra's.
Is Harlan up to something he shouldn't be?
I'm not sure yet. Would you happen to know what prison he was in?
You're going to have to wait and ask Mr. Guerra that question. What was the name?
Nancy Drew. My number is 523-555-4399. That's my cell phone. He can call me anytime.
I'll let him know.
Thank you. Wonder what's on here. I'll just play it and find out. It looks like Harlan's been spying on Ingrid. I better put this back where I found it. Call LH about results. LH. Lance Huffington, maybe? Wow, that's one expensive watch.
Talk to me.
Yes, hi. Is this Lance Huffington?
You betcha. Who's this?
Well, I'm Nancy Drew. I work with Ingrid Corey. I'm kind of her unofficial assistant here at the park. She tells me everything.
Oh, yeah?
She asked me to call you for a status report.
Everything's great. Her plan worked. I'm glad she shared it with me. Life's good. At least it will be when the trial's over and the settlement's in the bank. Whoa, speaking of which, I gotta go. I'm due in court. What'd you say your name was?
Nancy.
Well, Nancy, next time you call me, you could very well be talking to a multi-millionaire. Ta-ta.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, it's Paula. Just thought I'd check in, see how you're doing.
Actually, I'm kind of glad you called.
Why? What's going on?
I'm afraid I've discovered something kind of disturbing about Harlan.
What, that he's an ex-con? I know.
You do?
It was the first thing out of his mouth when he applied for the job. He said being an outstanding security guard would prove to everyone once and for all that he's gone straight.
I also found out that he used a security camera to get the code to Ingrid's work area, and he fits the description of the jewel thief's cellmate that Detective Paris gave me.
Oh, now that's disturbing. But I'm still going to give Harlan the benefit of the doubt until I have good reason not to. I appreciate your bringing this to my attention, though.
All right. Goodbye, Paula.
Will Nancy Drew please report immediately to the security office? And by immediately, I mean don't even think about doing anything else. I just got off the phone with Miss Santos. Where do you get off telling her I'm some kind of jewel-thieving peeping Tom?
She called you?
Of course she called. She hired me because she thought I deserved a second chance. She wanted to make sure I hadn't betrayed her trust. Which I hadn't, by the way.
I know that now, and I'm really sorry.
I figured if I did a good job here, it would prove to everybody once and for all that I was totally trustworthy. That I was more than just an ex-con. A lot more. Okay, so maybe I'm trying a little too hard. Maybe people's entry codes should be off limits. It's just that this job means everything to me. I don't want to screw it up.
I guess I was a little overzealous, too. I'm really sorry. I'll see you around.
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
I found this receipt on the floor. Looks like you bought a lot of basswood recently.
I'll take that, thank you.
I'll let you get back to work.
Keep it real.
Will Nancy Drew please report to the security office?
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I found some kind of electronic device under the carousel. I'm pretty sure someone has been turning the carousel on and off at night by remote control.
Why would somebody want to do that? Whatever you found was probably just some kind of toy that fell out of some kid's pocket.
Kessler used to have a workshop under what's now the haunted house. Have you ever been down there?
I didn't even know there was a down there.
I heard strange noises the last time I was in there. They seem to be coming from below. Have you ever heard anything weird in there?
Everything I hear in there is weird. I mean, it's a haunted house, right?
I'll see you around.
Knock 'em dead.
Hello, Nancy. Still on the case, I see.
I understand that you know the man who got hurt in that roller coaster accident, Lance Huffington?
I've talked to him. I don't really know him.
How did you meet him?
Look, what are you getting at?
You and he could be partners. He gets on the roller coaster, you shut off the power, the coaster stops suddenly, he cries whiplash and sues the park, you share the settlement.
Interesting theory. Unfortunately, it's totally wrong. I called him to tell him to rub his neck 3 times a day with witch hazel and lavender. If his neck is really injured, that will cure it. Why are you so eager to accuse me of something?
Because you seem to have a lot of money, far more than the park pays you. I can't help but wonder where it's coming from.
All right. I have been making money on the side, but it's not what you think. I've been helping someone design a roller coaster. I even let him borrow the blueprints for our coaster, so he could study them, not steal them. I kept it secret because it could be construed as conflict of interest. This guy knows I'm taking a risk, so he pays me very well. Now, your turn. It's obvious that you've been nosing around in here. How did you get in?
Well, it seems that one of the security guards has been doing a little extracurricular surveillance work.
Harlan. I knew it bugged him that this place was off limits, but spying on me? That guy's got a real problem. As for you, I'd appreciate it if you would kindly remove your nice and deficient little self from my office. I have work to do.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
I seem to have used up all the fun on my fun pass. Did you say I could get another one?
I certainly did. Here you go. Enjoy.
I'll see you around.
Sounds good.
Do you always go poking around in other people's stuff?
Sorry.
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks a lot.
Looks like Spook 10 is missing an arm.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
There's a dummy in the haunted house that's been red tagged. It's missing an arm. Any chance it'll be up and running again in the near future?
Got the arm right here. Just needed a battery. That's one of the dummies Joy Trent's father created. Probably why the circuitry is so bizarre. It works, though, so just reattach it. You'll need pliers. Oh, and don't forget to take the red tag back to Spy Master Bishop.
Thanks for your help.
Remember, niacin.
I stepped out for a second. And when I came back, somebody'd left this envelope on my desk. Looks like it's for you. Got your name on it anyway.
There's nothing inside but a key. Maybe it opens that door in the haunted house.
Here, let me toss that envelope for you. I want to apologize for jumping all over you like that before. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I would have done just what you did. No hard feelings?
No hard feelings. It's been red tagged. Better not take the tag until I fix this. Oops, I guess it wasn't attached after all. That looks tight enough. I need to take this red tag back to Harlan.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
Could you please turn the juice back on to the dummy in the haunted house that Ingrid was fixing? Here's the tag.
You've really got the system down, don't you? I'll just flip the switch and you'll be good to go.
I'll see you around.
Go get 'em.
Oh my gosh, these must be jewels from that jewel heist. I should probably take these with me. A letter. Joy's father must have left it for her. So this was Kessler's workshop.
Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. What have you done?
It's what you've done. You stole the horse, you fabricated the whole haunted carousel thing to increase its value, and now you're making not just one forgery, but several.
You think?
You let everyone believe you were just a hopeless procrastinator. But this is the real reason you're behind in your work, isn't it?
Right on all counts. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to tell anyone else. Ever.
No, wait. Look what I have. They're diamonds. Real diamonds. Someone stole them 23 years ago and stashed them in the park.
Well, well, little icing on the cake.
That's right. You want them? Here.
Ouch! Hey!
I've got to get out of here. I'm trapped. I've got to get out of here.
I've got you, Nancy. You're cornered. You might as well give up. Ah! Ah!
Soon as I get out of here, I'm going to call the police, Elliot. So don't bother making plans for tonight. Or the next 10 years. Dear Ned, after trapping Elliot, I managed to pry the exit open and had Harlan call the police. Elliot admitted to stealing the carousel horse and planning the remote control device. He knew that publicity from the hauntings would increase the value of his forgeries. Needless to say, he's gone back to not liking me. Harlan, on the other hand, adores me now, because not only did he share the credit for busting Elliot, but his sudden fame brought him 3 job offers. He's staying on at Captain's Cove out of loyalty to Paula, but he's happy knowing that being an ex-con will probably never be an issue for him again. As for Ingrid, she promptly attributed Elliot's bad behavior to a deficiency in some mineral I couldn't pronounce. And Joy, when I gave her the picture of her mother, she started smiling and has yet to stop. Inventing Miles was the best thing her late father could have done for her. In fact, when I went to the park to say goodbye just now, she wasn't in her office. She was riding the carousel. Ever yours, Nancy.
have reached 555-4468. I can't come to the phone right now, so please leave a message.
Hi, Bess. Hi, George. Well, thanks to you guys, I'm leaving here and flying directly to the Pacific Northwest for some much-needed R&R. George, I just got off the phone with that marine biologist friend of yours. She insisted I stay with her, and she even said she'd take me whale watching on the tour boat she owns. Anyway, thanks for arranging this little vacation, you two. 1 whole week of peace, quiet, and sitting around doing nothing. This is gonna be awesome. Bye!